Swear to God, I don't know what's up with my phone here. Second time this shut off. Okay, part 3. Because I know if this goes all the way through, I'm not going to be able to merge everything. But, now I'm a couple blocks down from the house. So, Amberlynn Reid yesterday posted a video entitled Decluttering and House Tour. And she has mentioned on a couple of her other videos that she's done this. And then, of course, along the way, she's done multiple hauls to replace stuff that she has gotten rid of. She did the $400 some Walmart haul, $450 probably candle haul, $40 mystery box haul, the $50 mystery jewelry box haul. And I got somebody coming here, so I'm going to lower the camera so we're not filming him. Yeah, there's a guy that does lawn mowing. He's got his little lawnmower and his trimmer in a cart off the back of his bicycle. Yeah, where was I? Okay. Oh yeah, so she's done about $1,000 worth of hauls here. And this 100 days of posting she's been doing, which are all about 5.5 to 6 weeks old before we get to see them. But we definitely know she's had at least 5 hauls in there. I forgot the $20 or so Dollar Tree one. And we did the grocery haul for after she went to the weight loss doctor. And I don't remember if this is in this section of the video because the thing has shut off on me a couple of times. But, God, I keep losing my train of thought. Okay, so she's done all these hauls and she's done this purge. And I'm sure during this purge video, we'll get stories on some of the items and why they were purchased. And we may even get, well, I have a psychological reason for doing this, and don't blame me, blah, 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 blah. And let's face it, humans like their toys, and retailers know how to get you to buy more of those toys. You know, they put certain things on end caps to get your attention. They will go in and move things around, so you got to search for them, which means you're going to see more product, which means you're going to buy more. Matter of fact, a relative of mine was working in a retail situation. Got to use Amberlynn Reid words here. And the company had come in, they rearranged stuff, and one of her regular customers, a lady who would spend a lot of money in the store, went in there to get something. I think this time she was supposed to be on a kind of a quickie trip, not an extended shopping trip. And they'd moved what she was looking for around, and she had to search for it, and it made her so mad that I don't think that lady ever came back. Matter of fact, I boycotted my local Walmart, and that was before there was one on every corner, relatively speaking, in this area, for a year because they honked me off. But you know, realistically, we've probably already seen most of the house, you know, or enough of it to be, you could probably walk in there and get around. Number 3 bus. But I know a lot of people are curious about that kind of thing. So, you know, really no biggie there. And then we're going to see her, and she'll probably do this over, she'll probably have clips over 4 or 5 days. And based on what she normally buys, let's say journals, wax melts, candles, clothing, jewelry, and pretty shiny bobbly items. Those will be some of the items we'll see her going through and reducing. My guess is she'll reluctantly get rid of some clothes that no longer fit and will probably never fit again unless she has that come to Jesus moment. Oh, let's see. She just bought that new jewelry box that was really nice because she said her old one was a piece of carp and she should never have bought it. But I'm guessing on jewelry, she'll get rid of the stud earrings because she likes big dangly ones. Hold on a second. Yeah, on jewelry, basically, I think she's going to get rid of stuff that's not big and bold and dangly. I mean, guys, she should have gotten rid of those chokers. She's got those poor things stretched out all to heck. But they're supposed to be, they're supposed to choke you, so they're supposed to be like that. Wrong, Amberlynn. But we're going to get, you know, lots of wisdom from Amberlynn. And she's going to come across the queen of organization and decluttering. And we'll probably hear some decluttering theories. Now, I'm going to have to admit, I have a tendency to hoard. I also like a mess around me. I mean, seriously, you see those signs saying a clean desk is the sign of a sick mind? I believe that. I internalize that. I'll enjoy something being nice and neat and pretty for a couple hours, and then I start slowly working in the mess. which is kind of what we see on Pillow Mountain. But there's actually a class of hoarder called the organized hoarder. And you'll see that in people with these massively huge collections where they will have custom shelves built for it, and they'll even build buildings on their property to hold their collection, or rent storage units. I mean, you think about the number of storage units rented just to hold stuff, and not, just short term to in preparation for a move, or you're going to be out of the country for a couple years. But just long term, I don't have any more place to put my stuff, so I'm going to rent a place for $100 a month to store it, or more. And when I was earning a lot more money and had a vehicle, I used to go to the store every week, drop $100 on food and toys for myself. I used to have a pretty decent collection of CDs. I probably had 300 or 400 CDs. Had a DVD collection, VHS collection. Although I still wish I had my Dark Shadows VHS back, because I love that show. So yeah, us Americans, we like our toys. We like lots of them. So Amberlynn Reid's really not unusual in that. She's just unusual in that she'll buy multiples of the same thing. Now, like I said, I have a tendency to hoard, and actually not driving anymore has cut down on that, because basically I got a haul at home, and so basically it has to be light enough and small enough to fit on the bus. And then being earning a lot less money than I used to. Not for lack of trying, but I can't seem to get back in that industry. But anyway, you got the money, you're going to spend it. If I could go back in time, I would have saved a lot of that money. And I'm not making an excuse. I enjoyed the stuff, but what I would do is my stuff would build up. The house or the apartment would get really, really full, and then I would do a purge. Matter of fact, one purge I did, and this was actually in the year before I bought my house. I went down to Aldi's like 3 or 4 times to get paper bags, because you could still get them paper bags there at that time, to put stuff in. And I'd haul it over to the Goodwill. And a couple days later, I'd see my stuff at Goodwill. And there was actually a couple things in there I really almost bought back. basically a couple Star Trek calendars and this art project that we did in 7th or 8th grade, where we took these gray tiles, and I can't remember the material, and we take these carving knives and we carved out a design on it, and then we'd ink them and make a pattern on it, you know, on paper or cloth, I don't remember which, but that I kind of regretted getting rid of, but I wouldn't have it now anyway, so que sera, sera. And then over time I would build my stuff back up again, purge again. Now lately, in the last few years, you know, I had a house fire where basically I lost everything. There was another short period of about 6 weeks where I was living out of the contents of a small backpack. So, well, you know, I still like toys, and I still love my yo-yos. That's really the only thing I really kind of have a small collection of right now. And those have all been gotten in the last couple years. I bought several when Toys R Us was going out of business. I really miss Toys R Us. I used to go in there a few times a year to buy a new yo-yo or two. There's a Hobby Town USA I can get yo-yos at. But I also kind of like just looking around Toys R Us, because I'm still a big kid at heart. So yeah, Amberlynn, basically like all of us Americans, we like our pretty and shiny baubles, and we buy bigger houses to store all this stuff. This is the library building here. The front part is the original part, built in 1909, and the back part here is the extension. And it's actually a lot smaller inside than it looks. So yeah, you know, I can really see where she's coming from. You collect the stuff, you get too much of it, you purge, and you build it back up. So I may or may not do a separate video after watching her house tour and decluttering. If I do, I'm probably going to do it at that little park we just passed. I brought Minnie Mouse and Spork with me to do that video if need be. So we will, actually I'm going to hold on just a second before I sign off. There's the bike rack that says library.